Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
Ever since the inception of human civilization, the tribal communities had to struggle against adverse conditions to survive. Living mostly in inaccessible outlying areas, most of the tribes depend on agriculture. As a result, hard work has become an integral part of their daily lives. Their distinct lifestyle and culture reflect their constant struggle for existence. In the northeast, the Garo Hills of Meghalaya are home to the Garo tribes. The cultural life and religious beliefs of the Garos are mainly conditioned by the agriculture cycle, including crop cultivation and seasons specific to this hilly terrain. In the post-harvest season, the villages in Garo Hills resound with the drum beats, heralding the arrival of the harvest festival. The Vangala, marking the end of the Jhum cultivation cycle. Women are laden with heavy ornaments as the preparations for the most colourful festival get underway. The Vangala festival is held to propitiate the Misi Saljon, the god of fertility, and to offer thanks for a good harvest. The Nokma, or the head of the village, initiates the festival. All the villagers gather in his house where various ceremonies are performed. The wooden pot containing the local wine prepared by the newly harvested rice is brought in the main hall. The priest takes out the rice beer with a pong, a container made out of pumpkin fruit, to perform the rituals. Chu, the beer brewed from rice, is an indispensable element in the religious rituals, without which the festivities remain incomplete. The villagers are allowed to consume the rice beer only after the priest has drunk. The priest makes sacrifices to the traditional musical instruments by putting rice powder on each of them. The drum, gong, bell and nagara are the instruments which are the pride of every Garo household. Rice beer is sprinkled at all the spots where prayers have been offered by the priest. Churugala, or the pouring of the rice beer, is one of the most important ceremonies associated with Vangala. Trumpet, made of buffalo horn, is blown to herald the opening of the ceremonies. The elderly males of the village sit around in the Nokma's house, beating drums to the accompaniment of the flutter and crashing of cymbals and gongs. The festivities symbolize that the Garos are free to make merry, but not without giving thanks to the deity of food grains. Various sacrificial rites are performed in which the sacrifice of the crab is an important one. Rugala is followed by the Satsatsua ceremony, or the burning of the incense to obtain the blessings of the god. Food wrapped in plantain leaf is offered to the deity. The celebrations go on till late in the night. The Nokma's house is crowded by this time with men, women, boys and girls. Men wear special costumes with turbans and affix a feather of bird or cock's. The atmosphere of smoke, semi-darkness and mellow mood from the rice beer accentuates the carefree and festive air. Dancers dance to their heart's content against the interludes of gong beats and pipings. Blank shots from the shotguns are fired to scare the evil spirits, which the Garos believe might interfere with the rituals. After the ceremony of the incense is over, everyone comes out into the open courtyard in front of the Nokma's house. The males carry drums, each measuring about 5 feet long, form a row of dancers, followed by the gong beaters, the flute player and the trumpeter. In keeping with the tribal tradition, the initial dances in the courtyard are performed by the elderly married women of the village. The celebrations might go on for as long as 7 days in one particular village. Often the sounds of the drums can be heard ringing through the hills and valleys from miles away.
And now we take you on a cycling sprint in the hills of Manipur with the star cyclist Sunita.
Sports and Manipur cannot be separated. In fact, sports has become a natural part of Manipuri lifestyle. Cycling is one of the activities which has enhanced the sports scene here. The major credit for it goes to a young girl of Imphal, 24-year-old Sunita Haijam, who is the national record holder of the 1000 meters sprint event. Manipur has carved a respectable niche in the national arena with numerous victories in just about every event. The last 2 years have seen the women's cycling team emerge as the winners in the major national championships. Despite a lack of facilities such as a velodrome and badly maintained roads, Sunita the fighter has managed to come through with unbeatable performances.
यहाँ मणिपुर में तो प्रॉब्लम तो बहुत सारे हैं। पहले में यहाँ का रोड बहुत छोटा है और ना अच्छा भी नहीं है। बहुत मतलब गाड़ी बीच में आ जाता है और हम लोग चलाने के लिए मुश्किल पड़ता है और ना ही वेलोड्रोम है।
रोड इतना ख़राब है तो आप कभी एक्सीडेंट हो चुका है?
हाँ, हमारा मणिपुर में तो छोटा मोटा तो होता है, लेकिन बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब डेंजरस एक्सीडेंट हुआ था। एक दिनेश वो भी सीनियर साइकिलिस्ट है, वो जाने के लिए नेशनल जाने के लिए 1 महीना बाकी था, तब उसका एक्सीडेंट हुआ और कॉलरबोन टूट गया और वो जा नहीं पाया। और हमारा बहन का भी इसी तरह उसका भी कॉलरबोन टूट गया था।
Sunita was a badminton player before she entered the world of cycling.
How did you take Sunita as a training?
Just after completion of my diploma in 1984, Sunita came for joining the cycling training, and she started coaching under me since 1984.
Sunita did Manipur proud when she represented India in the 1986 Seoul and 1990 Beijing Asian Games. She overcame all odds and obstacles and proved to be a true champion. And ever since then, never looked back. Veteran cyclist Aribam Sham Sundar Sharma spotted this 13-year-old girl child from a simple family participating in the local cycling race. Sunita has been an inspiration to other young girls of the state. She has brought to light the tremendous potential for sports in the Northeast region, which is on its way to being fully exploited.
साइकिलिंग में तो हम 84 से अभी 10 साल हो गया, और वैसे भी वो लोग जैसे कि अभी 94 हिरोशिमा एशियन गेम्स में नहीं भेज रहा है वो लोग, इसीलिए थोड़ा भी माइंड डाउन होता है।
We are now taking you to a unique pilgrimage along the banks of the river Brahmaputra, where people of three religious streams, Hindus, Muslims and Buddhists, have shared the same place of worship for centuries and have coexisted in harmony.
Across the river Brahmaputra, near Guwahati, is a historical place, Hajo. It is the only place in Assam where one finds the temples of Vishnu, Shiva, Durga, Buddha and the Muslim saints. Hayagriva Mahadev is the most important temple here. Hajo gained the status of a kingdom in the 16th century. The religious and political importance of this place has brought the people of various faiths together, which is manifested in the socio-cultural heritage in the area. Many scholars hold that the original building of the temple belonged to the Buddhists. This temple is said to be one of the oldest centers of worship of Vishnu in his Hayagriva or horse-headed form. Some scholars believe that the Buddha attained his Mahaparinirvan somewhere in the present Hajo area.
Since ancient period, Hajo is known as Dharmiya Triveni Sangam, that is meeting place of religions, three religions, namely Hinduism, Buddhism and Islam. Hajo possesses shrines where Hindu used to offer their prayer, and Buddhists also offer their prayer, and Muslims also offer their prayer. All the three religions, that is Hinduism, Buddhism and Islam, used to visit this temple, and particularly Hindus and Buddhists offer their prayers in this single temple. Hindus have identified this place as a religious significance of their own. They identify the idols as the deities of Hindu, and Buddhists also claim that these idols belong to the Buddhism. But what is significant, we have noticed never any religious intolerance.
Sitting on top of a hill is a Muslim shrine. It is believed that a visit to the shrine is equivalent to 1/4 of a pilgrimage to Mecca itself. The Muslim shrine called Pau Mecca is connected with the saintly person Gyazuddin.
हजरत मोहम्मद मुस्तफा सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम और जमुना भूमि मक्कार पर ইয়াত মানে এপা মাটি আনি ইয়াৰ মছজিদটো নিৰ্মাণ কৰাইছিলে এই কাৰণে ইয়াৰ নাম পা মক্কা ৰাখা হৈছে.
A number of stone images are lying scattered in the precincts of the temple. Among them is a stone slab with a lion motif. These are said to be parts of an Ashokan pillar.
In ancient time, the Hindus used to praise for Hindus as a Vishnu. Therefore, it is a Vishnu temple from the ancient time. At the same time, the Buddhists also think that this is a Buddhist image.
Hajo is a meeting place of several religious and cultural streams. The process of assimilation gives the society a magnificent character. The age-old tradition of coexistence is the essence of the life of societies living along the Brahmaputra. Road link. Hajo is 32 kilometers away from Guwahati. Tourist buses, taxis and tourist cars are available at Guwahati. Rail link. Nearest railway station is at Guwahati. Airport. The nearest airport is located at Guwahati. Hotels. All kinds of hotel facilities are available at Guwahati. Foreign tourists intending to visit Hajo are required to have restricted area permits. They have to visit in groups of minimum 4 persons. Their duration of stay cannot exceed 10 days.